Hey everyone, I'm Mitch.
I'm Austin.
This is Super Platinum Achievement, and the rumor is that Sony is working on 3 new hardware variations for PlayStation. We're going to talk about those, but first, if you guys are new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Also, at the end of this video, if you liked it, give us a big thumbs up and maybe share with your friends as well. So yeah, there's been some rumors going around and patents even filed by PlayStation about some new hardware coming out. One is a pretty sure thing. We just don't know all the details on it 100%. Another one's, yeah, looking likely, and the other one's more speculation. But at this point, they all make sense. So the first one, which we won't touch on a ton, is going to be the PlayStation 5 Slim.
Yes.
That's actually been rumored for a while.
And we have touched on this in the past.
Yes.
If they follow their current trends, we all kind of knew a Slim was going to come eventually. It might have been delayed because of the delay of the PS5 that happened, but yeah, sounds like it is on the way.
Yeah, and we don't know what it's going to look like exactly. Obviously, it's going to be
a little slimmer.
Slimmer.
Yeah.
But the word on the street is that it's going to have an optional disk drive that connects to it. So it will come separately. If you want to buy the disk drive separately, you can, or you can just buy the Slim alone as a digital-only version, which just leads more to what we've talked about in other videos, that disk is dying. So.
Yeah, likely, because the Slims usually come 3-ish years after the initial launch of the console, and we're kind of getting close to which is weird, already getting close to like 3 years of the PS5, which is...
Yeah, it'll be 3 years into this year.
Which is nuts.
So, and that's the rumor that it's going to come out sometime this year.
So maybe on the 3rd actual anniversary of the PS5, we'll get the Slim, which makes sense. It's kind of usually they put it in like kind of halfway through the life cycle, and it's kind of been about 7 years for console life. So that makes sense.
It's going to happen, just a matter of the time.
Another console that
we're actually going to skip and talk about more of the middle one, I guess. This makes sense. But the last one is going to be the PS5 Pro.
Yes,
that people have
that's
talked
where
about.
I was going.
Okay.
That's where I was, because once again, that's not a new thing.
Yeah.
PS4 did the Pro version in the kind of last 2 years of life. So yeah, not a surprise there. We're going to get a Pro version of the PS5, and the rumor is it'll be in 2025. So for all you people that just bought a PS5, are probably like, no!
You're still safe for
2 years. 2-ish years, probably.
Year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
So most likely it'll be spring, summer of 2025 is my thought, but that's also when more and more games are going to be taking advantage of 8K 120, and that will actually use it. I believe it's going to be similar to what we're doing right now with 4K and 60, where it's going to be optional to be 1080 and 60, so you're going to be like 1440 at 120, and then or 8K at 60, something like that. That's my guess. You could even see maybe 8K at 30 as an option still. That's still very possible.
Better start saving money for new TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Because 8K TVs are... Woo! They're a house.
Yeah. So that's another one that's just inevitable. We're going to get the Pro. It's just a matter of when, and 2025 is the most likely.
Sounds likely because, PS4 Pro came out like the last 2 years of the PS4's life. So if you want to follow the same trend, it's going to be probably 2025, which will probably be like the last 2-3 years of the PS5 as we know it before the next PlayStation comes out and is 16K and
all the Ks,
and you have a floor-to-wall ceiling TV and 600 frame rates a second. Like it's gonna be nuts.
It'll just be all the VR. That's all it'll be now, just a headset.
Yeah, Ready Player One style. So yeah, those two likely to happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, interrupted. And third one is a little speculatory. Mitch, take it away.
So this is one that they have trademarked and has been codenamed, and everybody kind of thinks this is what's going to happen, and there's rumors and a lot of news on this one coming around. Nothing official from Sony, but that is codenamed the Qlight, and that it's going to be the new PlayStation portable system, whether that be the PSP2. That seems like the most likely if they want to go off that brand name. The PSP was very successful, so I think that's very likely.
The Double Vita.
The Double Vita. The issue with
Living
it
the
is,
Vita Loca is what it's going to become.
So the rumor is that the patent and everything, it's basically a DualSense controller with a screen in the middle of it. And that it's going to take advantage of all the DualSense features as well, which is awesome. But the bad news is that it's not going to be a system in itself. It's not going to be competing with the Switch or the Steam Deck with having to be able to have the games on there directly. It's going to be 100% a cloud console that's going to do either just cloud, or the main thing it's going to be doing is remote play. And that, if that's true, and the rumor is it's going to be priced at $200, which is affordable, but that's a huge mistake, because if they can't have the game downloaded on there, they need to just make separate games for this system and not try and make PS5s work. And maybe have, remote play as an option, of course, and cloud, but they need to have separate games that you can download, have off the internet, because if you're doing cloud or remote play, you're going to have to be on the internet the entire time. So say goodbye to playing it while you're on a road trip, because that's not
on an
airplane
or
on
anything.
an airplane.
Yeah, like it has
anywhere that people play portable consoles. Well, not mostly, but really want them, like, it's going to be useless.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's pluses and minuses in my brain for this. What Mitch just said, huge mistake, I think. If you have to always have an online connection to do a just remote play or cloud gaming, is kind of an issue. The reason I think they're doing that is to make it cheaper. Like you said, only $200. It's not, Steam Deck's like $550. Switches are at least like minimum $300. So they're trying to get under the market there. But to make it more accessible, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but then it's not as useful.
Well, because
that makes sense. Like, because
you can play remote play
on your phone,
and everybody has a smartphone.
Yeah.
All you have to do is pay $40 to $80, depending on the quality you want,
for a mount,
to get a mount with a controller. You don't even have to. You can pay $10 for a mount and use your DualSense for it.
Yeah.
That's a possibility as well. Obviously, it's not as sleek, and you have your phone and stuff on there. It's not as convenient having a dedicated one.
I mean, heck, you don't even need a mount. You can just put your phone up on something and play. Like, you don't actually need one. So I'm with you. It's like, I don't think it needs to be a remote play thing. Remote play and cloud included on this device would have been cool if you were able to download games to it.
Exclusive titles, just like they did with, like, the PS Vita was so close to being a great console. And it was a good console.
This close to greatness.
But having dedicated platform or games for that platform, porting PS4 games over to that is just a big thing on its own. Exclusive titles of older games that they already have, just ported over. Big, money in the bank right there.
Yeah.
Being able to play The Last of Us on a portable system, you're going to sell. I mean, you can already do it on a Steam Deck, but...
On the inverse of this, though, with them not having a disk drive or game reader drive or something like that, or any storage on it, because it sounds like it probably won't have any, maybe just some small internal for a operating system, the battery life needs to be exceptional.
Oh, it needs
so that's
to be
the issue with the Switch.
12 hours.
The Switch is pretty good. Steam Deck less good, because it's
Steam Deck battery is awful.
Because like there's so much in it, you can't have a big battery. If this is the route they're going, this battery life needs to last all day long with an internet connection, because that's going to drain it more. And that's the only advantage I really can see of them doing it this way. Is it'll be something that, like, say you can go to work and you have internet connection, and on your lunch break or whatever, you can play it for a bit, and it's going to last. But I don't know. It's a mixed bag for me. Like, I think they're making bad decisions, but those bad decisions might been in sacrifice for a good choice. So we don't know yet. It's just rumored. It could all change, because there might be some backlash like us, and then maybe they go, you know what, you're right.
Because
maybe
Sony watches our videos a lot and does take notes on what we say, just so you know.
Yeah, for sure. Sony, right? You hear that? We're talking to the algorithm here. Come on. Sony, watch
PlayStation
video, handheld. Yeah, that'll work.
New Sony device.
That'll do it. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think a new handheld for Sony is a good idea? Because I think now is a good time for it.
Yes.
I think they're just, like Mitch said, doing it the wrong way.
They're missing the mark. If
I think
these rumors are true.
Yeah. I know they're just trying to make it a more budget friendly version, because the PS5 obviously is a little pricey, and
And eventually, everything is going to go that direction, be cloud-based.
Yeah.
But I think we're still 10 years too early for that, because we have to have high-speed internet absolutely everywhere, available every inch of your road trip, available on every
Starlink.
available on every single plane.
Yeah.
has to be at least 50 megs to be able to do this and look crisp.
And not just for you, because you got to keep in mind other people will probably be using it as well. So like the infrastructure is not there for an always online gaming system. Yeah. So
there's a reason the Stadia is dead.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you guys think? Do you think it is a good idea? Would you guys be interested in just a essentially dedicated remote play / cloud device, or would you want it to be kind of its own thing as well as the remote play?
Yeah. If it's its own thing and has its own games, it's most likely going to be in the $400 to $600 range.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
what do you think?
Yeah.
Cheap and only cloud, or more expensive, downloadable? Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Yeah.
But if you like this video, give us a big thumbs up, and we sure hope to see you again here on
Super Platinum Achievement.